You say I need water. You cry out, I need water. He smirks and says, just as I thought. Only a person who needs water would say something like that. Bitch, what? You go home to your wife. You return home and tell your wife about your day. She seems happy that you are happy. You say, I really appreciate your support of me. Maybe we could have some sexy times tonight. I'm sorry, but I have a headache, she says. Mission failed. We'll get M next time. You say, what's your reason? I'm not going anywhere until you tell me your reason for accusing me of being a witch, you say. The soldier sighs, then begins speaking. We have a list of criteria, and you fit most of them. You live alone, you're middle-aged, you have a cat and you're female. Those are the main 4, he says. Solid criteria there, mate. You say, why were you holding that boomerang? I'm Australian, he says. You say, that makes no sense. I'm half Aboriginal. That's why I have a boomerang. It's part of my heritage. You aren't Aboriginal. You're fat and white, you say. The man looks angry. You say, where is my mom? I'm sorry to tell you this, but your mom, she. No. Tell me, you say, anger entering your voice. She died last year. When? Where was she? What happened? She had a heart attack at work. She was cleaning an auditorium in the middle of the night, and fell. I need to go to the play. It's just the beginning. I can't miss it. The man pauses and looks you in the eyes. I'm sorry. You can't go to the play. Why not? Because you're dead. You stand, knocking the chair back. I'm not dead. Top 20 easy and effective ways to ascend to godhood. 1. Kill your parents. Kill everyone in the family except for yourself. You will be free. Bitch, what the fuck? 2. Become a serial killer, killing people one by one until you are caught or killed by police. You will be free. Bitch, what the fuck? 3. Get married to someone else, have children with them and then kill them all when they grow up. You will be free. Bitch, what the fuck? You shoot her in the face with your crossbow, killing her. You pull out your silver-loaded crossbow and fire a bolt that goes through her right eye. She screams in agony and then falls dead on the floor. You walk over to her dead body. You walk over to her dead body and take off your pants. No. Ye are thy dungeonman. Ye find yourself in yon dungeon. Ye see a scroll. Behind ye scroll is a flask. Do your duty, lad, and don't stop for age or injury. Obvious exits are north, south, and Dennis. What wouldst thou do? Thou trieth to get ye flask. Thou runs back into thy dungeon. Thine clumsy fingers fumble with thy flask. It slip out of thine hands, and breaks of further. Shitteth. You, going to cry again? Charlie, no, but I'm going to sulk. Please don't leave. You, fine. You leave the room. What the fuck game? You say, why do we continue on this path? I ask myself aloud. Because it is the only way out of our current predicament. The man smiles at your answer. You say, I shoot myself in head. You pull out your revolver, quickly put it to your temple, and pull the trigger. You limp to the ground motionless. A look of confusion appears on the stranger's face as he turns it toward the old man. Everyone fucking explodes in cheers. The man pats you on the shoulder in a show of sympathy. Everyone literally explodes into riotous celebration. The old man walks over to you and scoops you up into his arms. He begins to dance a jig a few feet away from you. You say, where are you from? She grabs your hand, as if to ask why you are asking her this question, and begins screaming. You look at her in surprise. You think that she is obviously mad. You lock her up in a room and call the police. They take her to a mental asylum in an unknown city. You have won second prize at the annual Mental Asylum Escape Game Festival, earning you a trip to your preferred mental asylum for 2 nights. Fucking jackpot, boys. You say, Karth. Before we go any further, do you know who I am? You're ancient. The last of a long deadline. You once ruled an entire civilization. An entire civilization? Then what happened? You say, I don't recall ever being something like that. Koth's face darkens. You were the God Emperor of mankind. Are you alright? I forgot. You say, what is your favorite Pokemon? The answer to your query is Articuno. The I is lying. Articuno does not exist. Okay then. You are Dragonborn, a male human ranger from Milton, a town in the kingdom of Kedan. You've been tasked with scouting the mountains to the east of the town to scout for enemies and watch for any tremors in the mountains that may indicate an impending attack. Along the way, you find a small cottage lies wrecked, with a note on it. The letter explains how a man and his wife had been killed recently by demons that have been sighted in the area. You trip and fall, hitting your head on a rock. You pass out, and when you awake, you find yourself in an imperial wagon driving 4 prisoners down a snowy mountain pass. All are seated and bound. The one dressed in finery is gagged. Ralph, hey, you. You're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that imperial ambush, same as us and that thief over there. The thief begins to speak, but you kick him in the face and silence him. Yeah, I saw that. Ralph, alright, let's get on with this. The end. It is also a crime that carries no punishment in our world. The guards stare at you. One of the guards steps forward. You are sentenced to 3 hours in a space pod. At the end of 3 hours, your life will be forfeit. You change your minds pretty fucking quickly, lads. You organize a beating around the statue. The next day, you and your fellow losers meet around the statue in the courtyard. So, are we all losers, you ask? I'm a winner, one girl says. You kick her out of the club. You stand up and point at the girl. You say, get the fuck out of this club. What, she asks in disbelief. You heard me. You're not a loser. You're a winner. Losers don't think they're winners. We're self-aware. We know we're losers. You're not a part of this club anymore. But. No buts. You're out. The girl gets up and storms off. The remaining members clap. She was an imposter. You say, they put me in a room with 100 doors and I had to find the right one. Oh, that, a middle-aged woman says. Yeah, I went through that too. They put me in a room with a bunch of clowns and I had to get the key off of one of them without laughing. I had to push a button to get a shock every 10 seconds, a younger man says. I had to put my head in a box filled with bees, a young woman says. I nearly died. It took them 2 hours to finally pull all the bees off of me. I had to put my hand in boiling water and not pull it out for 10 seconds, a middle-aged woman says. I had to stare at the sun for as long as I could while they threatened to cut out my brother's tongue, another says. It was the most painful thing I've ever experienced. I had to carve my own leg off with a pocket knife, a middle-aged man says. I had to listen to my daughter cry as they cut her in half, another man says. Ah, I see, we all had our little troubles, but it's time to move on, you say. Bazinga. The screen flashes red. The phone vibrates. You grab it out of your pocket and look at the screen. It says, you are a dumb bitch. You throw your phone against the wall. It shatters into a million pieces. You feel nothing. That's right, bitch. You switch the channel to Bob's Burgers. The TV show on the screen is Bob's Burgers, one of your favorite shows. The Blecker family, Bob, Linda, Tina, Jean and Louise, are sitting around the table having dinner. Gobble, 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 says Linda. This is some good eatin', says Bob. I think I'll have some more. The rest of the family says how delicious the food is, and Bob begins to carve a turkey. Gobble, gobble, it says. Louise looks disgusted. I can't believe we're eating someone's face, she says. Louise, don't be sick, Tina says. Actually, that's a turkey neck, Bob says. Gobble, gobble, the neck says. That's disgusting, Dad, Tina says. I'm not eating anymore. Louise and Jean quickly agree and push their plates away, but Tina eats some more. She puts some in a napkin and slides it under the table to one of the cats sleeping by the door. Look, I carved the turkey like I was carving you, Bob says, and begins stroking Linda's neck. Oh, Bob, Linda says, making purring noises. Gobble, gobble, The next says as Bob begins kissing it. Bob then begins sucking on Linda's neck, and eventually begins to carve it with the knife. What a weird fucking episode. You rename your empire the Super Farting Empire of Ass. Due to the disproportionate amount of flatulence in your name, the Nilinians are not amused. The Nilinian government declares war on you. Come on boys,